Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Leopard Prototyp A. It's a tier 9 German medium tank. It's located on the north spawn of Murovanka in Counter, and it's under the command of RoyalFlyingCorps, and he's in platoon with the baseman from hell, and he's also in the Leopard Prototyp. Game on. Well, this medium tank has the L7A1 105mm gun, which is of British design, but it was built by Rheinmetall when it was placed into these tanks, which were, of course, the prototypes that were put forward for the European tank, the German version of it. Looks like Baseman's going to dive into the Magic Forest, and I think Royal Penguin's going to sit on the RoyalFlyingCorps, sorry, it's going to sit on the outside of the forest at the moment, but on this corner. And this corner is actually very useful, but it's also fairly heavily hit by enemy Arty, because people always seem to sit on that corner, so it is actually quite an easy target. You just aim a shell onto that corner of the map, and if somebody happens to be there, they take the round. It's worth bearing that in mind. If you go to that corner, do expect to be hit by Arty. You can see Baseman's gone up to the corner where he expects the light tanks to suddenly appear to try and get a quick spot and then disappear, and nobody's turned up. Baseman's looking. Nobody around. Okay, the enemy's capping. It is an encounter game. It takes twice as long to cap out, but they put 3 in the cap straight away. Kind of like they're going for the win right from the very start. RoyalFlyingCorps moving up to support. Looks like the enemy wasn't really interested in coming up to the centre line, but the 705, the T10 and the IS-7 appear to be in the cap area. First shot goes into the T10, the tier 9 Soviet heavy. It's going for another one. Nicely placed. Got his first kill. And that T10, well, if he stays side on, he's going to be easy killing. He's got another round into his engine bay. The shells will do 420 alpha, and they'll penetrate 278mm with standard APCR, and with the premium APCR they'll go through 323mm. And he's even carrying a few HE rounds just in case. You've got a generous capacity of shells, 58 rounds. Some tanks they actually give you a shortage, and oh, he thought that he would actually get that one, but there's a building in the way, and that's what actually stopped the shell. Trouble is, getting so close means that you might be detected and they might fire back at you. He's getting as close as he dare for the moment. Can't see the 705. I wonder if he's hiding behind a wreck. I think he is. Yes, he's definitely hiding behind a wreck. And that did do some damage, 411, so it's a low roll. So it did go in, even though we couldn't see him at the time it hit. Okay, 705's in sight again. He's pulled back to use the bush mechanic. Going for the cupola. No, decides he's going to go for the body instead. Didn't get the pen. They are very close. They're halfway through the cap, and they've still got 3 in there. And nice shot into the side of the 704, the tier 9 Soviet tank destroyer. That IS-7 keeps popping out, but he's not willing to leave that house, so he's going to be difficult. 705 again. He's side on to us this time. In fact, I think he's side on. Very difficult. It's rear-mounted turret, of course, the 705. And they've stopped capping. Why do you think that is? They've all left cap. Oh, 704 took that one. Going for another one, lower plate. Yes, gets it in. In fact, he's gone. Now, did he get the assist on that one? No, he didn't. So 466. It's a high roll, that last shot. Oh, no, he was spotted. Now, inbound shells. The thing is, the Leopard Prototype doesn't have any armour. Well, so to speak. It really is very, very thin on the armour, so it's not good to receive shells, because just about anything that's fired at the Leopard Prototype will go through. So you just don't want to be touched. It's got 17mm on the front and the hull, 50, is it 35 on the sides and 25 at the rear, 52 on the front of the turret, 60 on the sides and rear. Back chat. Oh, yes, sweet, because that guy's got no armor either. It's the tier 9 version, not the tier 10 one. This is a tier 10 game with tier 8 tanks in it, tier 9 tanks in it. Okay, can you get a shot on the back chat? No, he's hiding behind the house. And he has been spotted. Baseman's just behind RoyalFlyingCorps at the moment. Using the bush. He gets shot. Only just. Nice! Low roll, but it was a good shot. Because it was only the top of the turret and the top of the hull showing. And he gets another one. And Baseman's got the kill. So there's 2 kills for Baseman and 1 kill for RoyalFlyingCorps so far. Baseman's been busy. We do know that several players have gotten together from What's Arty Noobs on the Facebook page, and they actually go into battle in all sorts of tanks, not just Arty. They also go in tanks of various kinds, and well, we encourage it because actually there are varying, there are quite a lot of good players in the group, and it's nice if they can actually get some platoon time with somebody they know and trust, because obviously people on the Facebook page know each other quite well from all of their postings. Now, RoyalFlyingCorps himself is not actually in the group, but he actually has had a lot of contact with Baseman and the others, and of course we've done his replays before. Okay, the difficulty with this ridgeline is that some of these bushes you have to poke over if you're going to get a shot. Well, he got one into the STB-1, that's the kneeling tank. The tank with the hydropneumatic suspension that can dip at the end to give you a little bit extra gun depression. Yeah. Who's he going to find? There's only 4 enemies left. There's one of them. It's the 140. Oh, hit the tracks. Okay. Oh, Baseman just hit him big time. And somebody else followed that up. And Arty's going to hit him as well. And he got the kill. So it's now 2 kills each, Baseman and RoyalFlyingCorps. And there's only 2 enemies left. A Gorilla 15 and an FV3805, but the Gorilla, well, shouldn't be underestimated. 15cm gun, capable of 750 alpha, but look at the amount of hit points that RoyalFlyingCorps got. He hasn't been touched yet. Nobody has actually managed to get any damage on him whatsoever. There's the FV3805, and that's the kill shot. It was Baseman who took away most of the hit points, but yep, it was RoyalFlyingCorps who got the coup de grace. And they've killed the last enemy, so that is the end of the game. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Here's the end of battle results, and it was an ace tanker for RoyalFlyingCorps in the Leopard Prototyp A. You can tell it's his first ace tanker because he actually got the scrolls underneath, and this was a battle that took place last year. As you can see here, it was 2nd of June 2020, so a year ago. Wow. And so very well done, considering this is a tier 9 medium and he was in a tier 10 game. Yes, he was certainly taking down the enemy and using his skill to do so. Got a fire for effect for doing more damage than hit points for his own vehicle. A spotter for spotting at least 1,000 hit points of damage. A bruise the medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He managed 6. And he got some battle hero medals as well. And he got the high caliber for dealing the most damage in the game. A Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken down by other teammates. And a tank sniper as well for doing most damage in the game at least 300 meters with good accuracy. His win rate from the game was 8,510. Super Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Definitely he's top of the table with 5,392 hit points of damage. The next high scorer was the Object 2684 on his own team with 4,979, and after that it was the Gorilla 15 on the enemy team with 4,084. We can see that Baseman managed to get 1,543 hit points of damage, so he wasn't doing as much damage as RoyalFlyingCorps was doing, but he did get 2 kills. And getting those 2 kills actually points him in joint 3rd place, because the top scorer was the Gorilla with 4 kills. 3 kills went to RoyalFlyingCorps and the Object 2684, as well as the FV3805 on the enemy team. And then we got 2 kills for the Waffenträger, Alpha Panzer IV, Baseman, and then the STB1 on the enemy team. When it came to base XP, it was RoyalFlyingCorps. Yes, 1,322 was the only one over 1,000. 922 went to the M53, M55, who did a fair amount of damage, and 911 went to the Object 2684. And again, we can see Baseman following up with 794 in that game. I'm pretty sure he did have a good game, because he was actually getting some good shots at the same targets that RoyalFlyingCorps was actually firing at. RoyalFlyingCorps fired 19 times. He got 17 direct hits with those shots and 15 penetrations. Damage of 5,392 hit points, of which 2,693 were at more than 300 meters. I think the ones he had difficulty penetrating were the shots he actually fired into the tracks on the heavy tanks in the cap circle, as well as that 140 right at the end where unfortunately it just hit the tracks and didn't pen. 1 enemy vehicle spotted, 11 enemy vehicles damaged, 3 killed, and 3,297 hit points of spotting assist. That's what gave him the ace tanker. That combined with the actual damage, yes, he really did score a big one when it came to XP. He also got 12 defense points by resetting the cap whilst they were in the cap. I think they gave up capping in the end because I think they realised that, yeah, they were going to get reset if they sat there in the open. 82,854 credits to the game on a premium count, and after ammunition resupply he took away 58,704 credits. Mostly used standard ammo, didn't have to use premium really because it wasn't necessary. 3 bonds and 1,983 XP, no multipliers, so that's all the experience points he took away. We'll just have a quick look at Baseman's stats, if this will come right. Sometimes it doesn't want to. There you go, that's better. Okay, we can see he fired 15 shots, 9 direct hits, 5 penetrations, damage of 1,543 hit points, of which 466 were at more than 300 meters. 3 hits received, 1 penetration, 1 non-penetration, and 1 hit by way of splash damage. One of the Arty probably tried to get him. 750 hit points of damage blocked by armor. That sounds to me like he actually blocked a shot that came from the Gorilla or the 704, because they've got the sort of 750 Alpha on their gun. So I suspect it's probably the Gorilla that he blocked a shot from. And 7 enemy vehicles were damaged, 2 killed, and 2,015 hit points of spotting assist in that game. So he managed to get a very nice win rate of 1,402, which is good. And was a great sidekick to RoyalFlyingCorps, who's the main player in this game, obviously, because he did the most damage, got the most medals. So I hope you enjoyed this replay, the first ace tanker for RoyalFlyingCorps in the Leopard Prototype. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.